Oh yeah, I'm back, baby. Yes, new camera and new pinball video. You've all been waiting for it. Here it is. This is the pinball video for Demolition Man from Belly Williams. No, it's just from Williams. Yes. So in this video I want to explain all the rules of the Demolition Man, and believe me, you will recognize this is an underrated pinball machine because there is a little bit more to it than meets the eye. So let's get things started. Okay, so the first important thing you have to know about the Demolition Man, it's the world's only pinball machine that offers two different control methods. Yes, you can play with the standard flipper buttons, or you can play with those triggers right here. So yeah, the difference is if you play with the triggers, it's a little bit harder, so it's a little bit more tricky to play with them, but you get rewarded because you get more points if you play with the handles, because at the end of each ball, when it collects the bonus points and all this stuff, you get some extra trigger bonus points. Yeah, so that's a nice thing. So what do you have to do? What are your main goals in the Demolition Man pinball machine? Well, your main goal, there are basically two main goals. Main goal number one, starting and successfully completing all 4 multi-ball modes, and of course successfully finish the last one, which is the cryo prison multi-ball. Yeah, that's basically the first main goal. The second main goal is to reach demolition time, and you achieve that by lighting and completing all 5 lights at the cryo claw. So there are 2 goals that you have to accomplish, and of course the best way is trying to accomplish both things in the same game. So yeah, let's get things started. If you launch the ball, sometimes the ball drops right there or something like this, but usually the ball should come out right here so that you can use this third upper left flipper finger to shoot the ball up this little ramp right here, which awards you with some nice points because that's the skill shot. Yeah, so how do we start a multi-ball? Well, like in every pinball machine, you have to lock balls to start and activate a multi-ball. Now, in this pinball machine, locking a ball is actually called freezing a ball. So we have here those 4 freeze lights, and those lights basically show you and tell you how many balls you need for the next multi-ball. So for the first multi-ball you need 1, for the second 2, for the third 3, and for the fourth 4. Pretty simple, yeah? So the amount of balls that you need to lock is indicated by those freeze lights. So let's say we have already played the first 2 multi-balls, now we want to reach the third one, which means we have to freeze 3 balls. So those 3 freeze lights would be flashing. As soon as we freeze 1 ball, the light will start to glow constantly, and those 2 would remain flashing because those are the ones that we still have to freeze. How do we lock or freeze a ball? Well, there are different ways to do that. The first way is using light quick freeze right here. So if light quick freeze is lit, the ball goes through here, it lights quick freeze, which means it's called quick freeze because it's only lit for a couple of seconds. And then you have to shoot up the left ramp to freeze one ball. And yeah, we have to do this over and over again. But first we have to relight light quick freeze. How do we do that? Well, we have those 5 stand-up targets, those 5 yellow targets right here, and we have to collect all 5 stand-up targets in order to relight light quick freeze. So that's a pretty big pain in the ass because, as you already know, if it's a stand-up target, the ball goes out of control and many times the ball shoots out right away. You can't even do anything. So yeah, collecting 5 stand-up targets is a pain in the ass, especially when you get to the later multi-balls where you need 3 or even 4 balls. So you can cheat a little bit on this game using the cryo claw. So here on the cryo claw we have the ability to drop the ball right here, lock freeze. And if we drop the ball right here, it automatically freezes all the balls that we need for the next multi-ball. So let's say we need 3 balls because we want to start the Wasteland multi-ball. This means we just shoot up the right ramp to get to the cryo claw. We drop the ball right here at lock freeze, and bam, we have automatically frozen all 3 balls that we need to start the Wasteland multi-ball. So how do we start a multi-ball? Well, after we have locked all the balls, start multi-ball will be lit. So this means we have to shoot right here into the left loop so that the ball drops into this little hole back there, and this will start the multi-ball. And once again, if you think this shot is way too tricky, which it actually is, we can also cheat once again using the cryo claw, because after all the balls are frozen, we can drop the ball at lock freeze again. This will give us an extra ball. Well, not an extra ball, but it gives us another ball for our multi-ball. So we have frozen or locked 3 balls. Then we drop it right here. This gives us a 4th ball for the multi-ball, and it automatically starts the multi-ball. So yeah, that's basically how we start the multi-ball modes. So let's talk about the differences in each multi-ball mode, shall we? Yes, we do. So there are 4 different multi-ball modes, and each one is slightly different than the other one. Let's start off with the Fortress multi-ball. Well, in the Fortress multi-ball, there is always just one jackpot that is lit. You have to collect this jackpot in order to light the next jackpot, and so on and so on and so on. So for the first round, you only have to collect 3 jackpots. The first one is right here into the center ramp. The second one is in here into the underground. And the third one is up the left ramp. So this will light the super jackpot. And we have to shoot up the right ramp to collect the super jackpot. After we've collected the super jackpot, it starts again. So the multi-ball continues, but this time you have to collect all the jackpots in order to get to the super jackpot. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have to collect 6 jackpots in order to light the super jackpot. That's yeah, not the easiest thing to do, believe me. And if you hit the yellow targets, it will boost the jackpot value. And the multi-ball goes on for as long as you keep more than one ball in game. The Wasteland multi-ball. Well, in this multi-ball, all the jackpots are lit at once, and you have to collect all 6 of them in order to get to the super jackpot. Only difference is if you shoot up this ramp right here, it gives you a double jackpot. Yeah, after you've collected all the jackpots, super jackpot will be lit and you have to shoot up the right ramp to get the super jackpot. And I think this time the bumpers increase the jackpot value. The Wasteland multi-ball is basically similar to the Fortress multi-ball. So at the beginning there is just one jackpot that is lit. You have to collect this one to light the next one and so on. The only difference is this time you can use the car crash right here to light the next jackpot before you've collected the last one. So yeah, if you shoot at this car crash thing 3 times, you have now 4 jackpots that are lit. The first one and the 3 other ones that come after this. And after you've collected all the jackpots, you get to the super jackpot once again. And another thing, this time in the Wasteland multi-ball, the car crash actually gives you a little ball saver, because in the regular game the car crash gives you a ball saver because mostly the ball goes straight out the middle, so you have a ball saver. But in the multi-ball modes, the ball saver is deactivated if you hit the car crash. So yeah, better be careful. But it's activated in the Wasteland multi-ball. Yeah, and then we already get to the last one, the Cryo Prison multi-ball. Well, the Cryo Prison multi-ball is almost radically different to all the other multi-balls because there are no standard jackpots that you have to collect. There are only super jackpots. So you have to try to collect as many super jackpots as possible in this round. And if you lose all the balls except for one, this will get you to the end of the game, because with the last remaining ball you have to shoot up the right ramp, which is also lit up and it's flashing constantly to drive you crazy and make you nervous. So yeah, with the last remaining ball you have to shoot up the right ramp to collect the Demolition jackpot. And yeah, that's basically the end of the game, and then it starts at the beginning again. So that's basically the 4 multi-ball modes. So now let's get to Demolition Time and the Cryo Claw. So the Cryo Claw has those 5 lights that we have to light up in order to get to Demolition Time. So we have to get to the Cryo Claw. How do we do that? I never explained this right now. So first we have to light excess claw. It's mostly lit at the beginning of each round or each ball. So the ball goes through here and claw ready will light up, and then we have to shoot up the right ramp to get to the Cryo Claw. If we want to get to the Cryo Claw a second time, we have to relight claw ready, or we have to reactivate the Cryo Claw. which means first we have to relight the access claw, and we relight this one by spelling MTL back here. So the ball has to roll through each one of those gates to spell MTL. This will light claw. This will light access claw, and if the ball goes through here, claw ready will be lit, and we can shoot up the right ramp to get to the cryo claw once again. So what are those 5 different modes that we have at the cryo claw? First, there is Start ACMAC. Start ACMAC is basically some sort of a hurry up round where you have to try to shoot the center ramp as many times as possible before the time runs out. But unlike other hurry up rounds, it doesn't start with a high value and then as time goes on the value goes down. It's basically, it starts with a low value, and as time goes on the value goes up. So yeah, sometimes you have to wait a little until the value is really high to shoot the center ramp. But yeah, try to shoot the center ramp as many times as possible. We've already talked about lock freeze. It freezes all the balls that we need for the next multi-ball, and if they are already frozen, it starts the multi-ball. Then we have prison break. If we drop the ball right here, the ball will come out here, and we have to use the upper left flipper to shoot the ball into the underground. This means that all the values for the prison break mission are doubled, but if you manage to shoot the ball up this ramp in the first, I think, 10 seconds or so, all the values for the prison break mission will be tripled. Yeah, and in the prison break mission, you basically have to shoot the left and the right ramp, always in, I don't know, do you say exchange or something? So yeah, basically first the left, then the right, then the left again, then the right. So you can't shoot the same ramp over and over again. But sometimes it indicates which ramp you have to shoot by which in lane the ball goes through. So if the ball goes through this in lane, you have to shoot the left ramp, and if it goes through this in lane, you have to shoot the right ramp. That's basically the way it is. And I think you have to shoot those ramps 4 times or 5 times. I'm not really sure. I think 4 to 5 times to finish the prison break mission. There is no time limit. Then we have super jets. Well, it basically means that the ball goes into the bumpers, and the bumpers give you big points. And yeah, there's only a certain amount of value that you can get, but you get an award if you complete the super jets. So try to collect many points in the bumpers. And then last but not least, we have Capture Simon. Capture Simon is basically pretty easy. It's a mode that goes, I think, 25 seconds or something, and all the arrows are lit, and all you have to do is collect 3 arrows to capture Simon. That's basically all that is, or all there is. English. Yeah, so if you start those modes a second time, the values will be a little bit higher, and sometimes the mode will be a little bit harder. You know, for example, the Capture Simon, instead of collecting just 3 arrows, you have to collect 4 arrows the next time. And if you play it the next time, you have to collect 5 arrows and then 6, and so on and so on and so on, depending on how many times you play Capture Simon. Yeah. After we've managed to light all 5 lights of the cryo claw, demolition time will light up, and we have to shoot into the underground to start Demolition Time. Demolition Time is a nice multiple mode that goes on for as long as you can last. And I think you get 25 million points for each shot that you make. No matter if it's left loop, right loop, center ramp, underground, this little ramp, right ramp, whatever. It gives you nice big points. And another cool thing about the Demolition Time is, as soon as you collect all 5 stand-up targets, you get another ball. So let's say now you are playing with 3 balls, then you collect all the 5 stand-up targets. It shoots a 4th ball into the game, and then you're playing with 4 balls. And you get also another little ball saver after collecting all the stand-up targets. It's also really helpful if you probably lose the second ball, and then with the last remaining ball you shoot at the last remaining target. This gives you the ball back. This gives you back the ball that you've just lost, if you are really quick. Yeah, that's the Cryo Claw and the Demolition Time. But wait, there's more. So what else has this pinball machine to offer? So another thing that you can see is there is this computer light. Well, computer basically means that you get an award right there. It's not so much a random award, because every time you collect one, it tells you what the next award is going to be. And also if you hold the flipper button and you hold the ball, the display will also tell you which award you will get next time when you shoot into the computer. But the computer only lights up after 10 combos. Well, what is a combo? A combo basically means that you have to collect the arrows in the right order that they are lit. And it's basically when you shoot something with the left flipper, which can only be the center or the right ramp or the right loop, it will automatically light up all the arrows that you can shoot with the right flipper. So yeah, every time you collect an arrow, that's basically a combo. And after 10 combos, computer award will light up and you have to shoot into the underground to get your computer award. There's different kinds of awards. Some of them increase the retina value, some of them increase the bonus points, or some of them give you the bonus points that you usually get at the end of the round in the middle of the game. It can light up extra ball. Yeah, it could light all the arrows so that you get 5 million for each arrow that isn't blinking. Yeah, it's confusing, but that's the way it is. So you get 5 million. I think it's called laser million or something like this. It could also light up all the explodes so that you get nice points if you collect them, and so on. Sometimes if the ball goes into that little hole back there, you also get an award sometimes, but not all the time. So those could be different kind of awards. Extra ball. You get an extra ball after 12 games. That's how I set it. Sometimes it automatically changes that value, but I set it to the value of 12. So after 12 combos, extra ball will be lit and you have to shoot the left ramp to collect the extra ball. What else? Yeah, after you've collected, or after you spelled MTL 5 times, this will also give you an extra ball, or it will light extra ball. Let's say like this. You always have to collect the extra ball to get it. Yeah, what else have we got? Sometimes if you shoot into the underground, it will light up and explode. Then what else have we got? We have got the car crash, which basically starts at 3 million. After you hit the car crash, the next one will be worth 6 million. And after you hit this one, the next one will be 10 million. And sometimes the computer award will give you a triple car crash. So if you are at 10 million and you get a triple car crash, you can actually collect 30 million points. That's not too bad. Yeah. What else? We have retina scan ready. So if this is lit up, you have to shoot this eyeball to start the retina mode. It's basically a hurry up mode where you have to collect all the explodes that are lit. And after you hit the retina scan 3 times, this will also light up an extra ball. Yeah, I think that's pretty much about everything there is on the Demolition Man when it comes to the rules. Yeah, I think that's basically it. So I hope this video has been a little bit informative for you, and now you know how to play the Demolition Man, or maybe you're just even more confused than before, I don't know. So yeah, leave a comment and subscribe, because now that I have a new camera, more pinball videos are about to come. Finally, the long waiting time is over. So I think next time I will post a review of the Demolition Man pinball machine. So stay tuned for more pinball videos and keep on flipping. Bye.